I had a girl voice memo me this week, and like I'm looking for podcasting advice. I get this decently often.
Yeah.
This was different because, first of all, it's the only time I've ever heard someone request podcasting advice, and all she wanted to know was which laptop to use.
Laptop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of all the things, out of marketing, clips, TikTok, YouTube. Can you post your video to Spotify? Gear, microphone. What's an XLR?
Yeah.
Roadcaster. It was laptop. On top of that, she said the word laptop probably 19 times in the voice memo, and she pronounced it laptop.
Oh, no.
Every single time.
Laptop.
So I just know some podcasters, they have like a laptop that they really like. And
laptop.
You know where this girl's from? Sherman, Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
A bunch of laptoppers out there in Sherman, Texas.
Yeah, so I like voice memo back. I was like, this is great. No one's ever asked me about podcasting laptops before. It doesn't really matter. And they definitely never pronounced it laptop.
Laptop.
And she texted, she said, is it not laptop?
She thought?
I don't.
She thinks, she's just been a scientist her whole life. And it's always been the thing that you do like all your lab work on. So it's a laptop.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, this is so interesting. It must have been originated here in the lab.
Yeah.
You know?
Every computer.
Yeah.
They make it in like a science lab.
Laptop. And then she was like, there's these dogs that get cloned, and so they're lab dogs. So
well, there is a real dog called a lab.
Dang it.
So that's confusing.
Well, but there's lap dogs.
Like a service or like a smaller. Timon's not here today, guys, so we're going to be a little off. You know, we took Timon to Vegas, and you're probably wondering, how's he doing? How's he holding up?
Still hungover.
Yeah, he contracted something. It ends in an IA. He got pneumonia.
Oh.
Of all the things from Vegas,
Oh,
he chose pneumonia.
yeah. He chose pneumonia and what's the opposite of ignorance?
Ignorant knowledge,
wisdom.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. He's like no longer an innocent kid. He's
oh yeah.
Chose pneumonia and exposure to other. He's exposed to a lot of things. Woke,
but not like Maria. Nothing happened. Let's just roll let's just get into it. Let's just roll time and do it. At any point now,
just
roll the intro music.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Ghostrunners podcast.
You know what's bad? Rachel left halfway through that intro. Rachel started off.
I get it. I understand what these guys do.
Rachel started off in this room, and it didn't really get anywhere, and she's out of here. So she's gone.
Oh, it's funny.
Timon's gone.
Will Severance just texted me, hey, what's the coffee shop that girl likes? We were just talking about this.
Oh, Celia. Zhangzhou.
I just looked it up. It's called Chingu.
See, if you don't know what it's called, and you think, I want to say it's Qingzhou, you sound racist if you say that.
Yeah.
So
Chingu.
Chingu.
That's the fourth time I've looked that name up and I still don't remember it. That's a bad name.
That's
right?
a good point too. Yeah. If you keep having to look it up, like, is it Shake Shackle? I gotta look it up again. What is it?
Laptop?
Is it Who's a Burger? I know it starts a question.
How's a burger? Where's a burger? No, that doesn't seem right.
It's not Quando's a burger, right? No.
Donde a style burger.
It's something. Look it up again. Look it up again.
What a burger. Oh, what a burger.
It's Chingu.
Yeah.
It's Chingu. Anyway, now we're back. We're back. We're rolling.
We've
been apart for like 10 days or so.
Yeah, I looked. This is how often we texted. The last time I texted you was on October 3rd.
Wow.
And it is now, we're recording this on October 18th.
15 days of no text.
I did text you this morning at 12:51 a.m.
That was nice.
Yeah, and said, "Can we? What time are we doing this thing? Are we still recording tomorrow?" I think we just had confidence. Like, yeah, we know we're supposed to record.
It'll be Friday.
Yeah.
No, I intentionally. There were a couple of things I obviously could have texted you about, but I was like, he's in Hawaii. He's doing his thing because I keep monitoring Main Street Roasters like flights, and I'm like, should I fly there?
Yeah.
So we'll figure that out later today.
I just texted you something.
Thanks, man.
Don't read it on the podcast, but Will Severn's response to Chingu is pretty funny.
Okay.
So yeah, just got back yesterday afternoon. Isn't that pretty funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, just got back yesterday afternoon. I don't know about the jet lag thing. I want to pretend like I'm not tired, but I'm definitely feeling it a little bit right now.
Really?
Because it's like a 5-hour difference. So like right now in Hawaii, it's 5:30 in the morning. And that's where it messes with you, I think. It wasn't that bad coming home yesterday.
Flying east is always worse than flying west, I feel like.
There's Devo in there somewhere.
There you go.
I don't know.
Where's the devil?
Where is he? Yeah, going north, way easier than going south.
Gravity.
Devo. Yeah, gravity.
Devil.
I don't know. I feel all right now, but Catherine, she did warn me a couple of days ago. She's like, FYI, we have a pretty busy weekend, which is not what you want to hear when you're coming back. But also you can't, there's 0% of me that can, she has all the leverage right now. Like I know it's not, I know it's not like a marriage thing. Like don't keep tabs, don't keep score. And we don't truly, but kinda. I mean,
if one of you just spent 9 days in Hawaii though, you're kind of aware of what the score is.
Well, to be fair though, Catherine did drive like 9 hours by herself to go to the Texas State Fair with the kids.
Okay.
With 4 kids.
That's pretty even then.
Yeah.
More even than I thought.
Anyway, it's back from the, I know this is probably already like people say this all the time, so I don't want to be like a stereotypical guy, but like Kansas is better than Hawaii. I think
Everyone says it, but now you can live.
I was like, finally, gosh, I'm back in this place.
It's like low 40s in the morning.
Oh,
sweet.
It'll wake you up quick here, you know?
There is one benefit to it getting cooler is that running is way better. I forgot. It's been 7 months since I ran in this weather.
Okay.
That is way nicer.
What's the optimal, is that the right word?
That's a good word. Yeah.
Okay. I might be a little bit struggling today. I'm sorry. What's like the best temperature? Because obviously when it gets down to the 30s, that's probably too cold, right?
I feel like if you're like Luis Chavez, you're probably some freak and you're like 39's the best.
Yeah.
If you're like me, I'm like 50, 55.
Yeah.
It's still brisk.
So right now you're feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Rachel's back. Rachel's back.
What's she got now? She got a bowl? She's just coming to watch.
Well, I actually started to make eggs and realized I can't find the eggs that I bought
Hey,
yesterday.
you could talk in that mic if you want. We got a little mic for you.
Great.
Hold on.
Check on the mic.
Try now.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Great.
Who needs Timon when you got Rachel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like,
Rachel's.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
You can move that light however you need. You can move it closer to us so you can.
I do like the light being right there, though.
No camera.
Kind of fun.
The camera's away. The lights will play.
That's what we always say.
Timon has pneumonia. Rachel will sit. Also, I think some people are going to theorize that Timon doesn't have pneumonia. He's holding out till he gets put on camera.
Could
which
be.
is a good theory.
Because, well, I thought about joking today, like, guys, we sold 100 tickets for Napanee, and so therefore Timon's on camera. And he's actually not here today.
He's not here at all.
He's
we got him a
sick.
camera, and he's not here.
Yeah. Hey, Rachel.
Hey,
What are you looking at down there?
charger. Looking for a charger spot.
Oh, you'll find it.
Let me plug you in. Brad, stall.
Stall. In the stall. So anyway, Jake likes running in 55-degree weather. Yeah. Also, Jake, you said that you're not a freak like Luis Chavez. I think you're freak adjacent right now, though. Like, I think you're like
Freak Jace? Why so?
because you've run 300 days in a row or whatever it is. Like, you can't run that many days in a row and not be a little bit of a freak. Like it's one thing. It's one thing to be like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of a runner. I run the majority of days but like it takes a freak effort to do it every single day. Because what's today? Today's October 18th. I don't know how to quickly Google this. October 18th.
How many days?
Day of the year. Friday, October 18th. Dang it. What number day? 291.
Okay.
I think.
It feels right.
Yeah. So 291 days that you've run in a row. That's freak adjacent.
So here's why I label. Here's why I throw the F word around with Luis Chavez. So maybe did you see that Facebook post about Element, and then I
Yes.
commented about Luis or whatever.
Yes.
So Luis and I've been texting a little bit. Let's look at some of my texts to Luis. These come in at 9:30 p.m. His response comes at 4:40 a.m.
Yeah.
Freak.
Yeah.
After he'd done 48 miles.
Yeah.
That was after he ran.
After he raised his heart rate to a solid 62 beats per minute. Yeah, running 10, 15 miles.
And then I texted him Sunday night. So that was Saturday. Then Sunday night, I texted him at 10:39 p.m. I said, is this a normal amount to be sent to someone? This is like a 6-month supply. He texted Monday at 4:50 a.m.
Well,
he's
to
a
be fair,
he's a machine.
But he's in a different time zone. He's in Oklahoma City, right?
Oh, that's true. It's more south.
Yeah, it's the southern time zone.
He said typically when I nominate people, they get 1 30-pack of sticks.
He probably gave him your socials, and they're like, well, we got to get on this guy.
He was like, Element must be a big fan of you or the podcast or something.
That's sick.
So
Yeah, so you got a ton.
There's so much.
I was gone, and Rachel was just like, what did you order? Or not really like that, but just
Yeah.
like, did you?
Is it? Oh, is there a partnership? New partnership or something?
Yeah, because it came
There's
in like
so
a
much.
Good Ranchers box.
Yeah, it's huge.
And it was just from Luis being like, you like Element? Okay. I have some sort of thing where I can send you some.
Just like a little sample pack or something.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Wow.
Would you like one?
Sure.
All right.
Right now. Yeah, sure.
Hey.
I'm good for now.
TJ,
This
thank
is
you.
such a classic Rachel move, by the way.
What do you think I'm avoiding?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if she's
What's she avoiding? She said.
avoiding something, she is the most servant-hearted.
Yeah.
Let me get you something. Let me make you something.
Totally.
You know what? The rug needs vacuumed.
Totally.
Let me vacuum it up for you.
What's your go-to procrastination technique?
Stay up late. Just
Really?
keep staying up, not working on it.
Yeah.
I think that's what I do.
That's fair. I procrastinate sometimes, like maybe not after the fact. Yeah, just going to bed. I'm just like, I don't want to get up and go to bed right now. I'll just sit here on my phone for 2 hours.
Well, let's go on YouTube and see. All right.
Sunday night especially, I'll often watch Sunday Night Football downstairs vibe, and I'll either fall asleep or like wake up, or whatever. It's over, and I'm like, I'm just gonna look at look at Facebook, look at Twitter for a while, and read up on some of the stuff.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday. Well, I'll go look at fantasy stuff again.
Maybe I should check that out. Primetime,
yeah.
NFL primetime's on.
Check that out.
Maybe I should check that out.
So anyway, everyone procrastinates, and it's great to have a wife who, when she procrastinates, she becomes a better person. She just wants to help.
Catherine just wants to talk to me, and I'm just like, I know what you're doing. Go. and then she'll like, is it gaslighting? I don't know if that's the right word, but she'll like make me feel like, what? No, I'm just trying to talk to you. Like, no, you're not. You're trying to like avoid doing the work that you need to be doing right now. So anyway. So yeah,
Element. Shout out.
TJ had Element at his house for Dad's on Maui. I don't know if it's from Costco or something, but it was watermelon and I think lime. I had the watermelon the whole time. It was great.
Great. Yeah. So they sent me not just the stick, the powder, they sent me like cans. They make like sparkling salt water, basically.
Sparkling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you want a sparkling, Rachel said?
Oh no. Unless you've already done that. No, thank you. I would like the powder's fine. But I do sometimes take LaCroix and combine it with my Relight, which is the same as
Nice.
Element, but maybe better, maybe worse, depending on who wants to sponsor us.
Verdict is still out on that.
Oh man. Thank you.
Oh, you're about to mix it now.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope you like it. I will say it. I like told Rachel, I was like, these are really good if you're like sweaty and really hot. I feel like just to have in like your house is like, oh, yeah,
I can
kind of salty.
I can get down on it.
Okay.
Well, but it says on the packet, it'll say like TJ only has half a packet every time.
Really?
Because it'll say on there like have like half for salty, total like full for saltiest, or no, whatever, vice versa. It'll maybe it's on the packet. Maybe it's on.
32 ounces of water to find your taste.
Go ahead and use the mic. Use the mic. Use the mic.
Use the podcast mic.
All right. Mix one stick pack with anywhere from 16 to 32 ounces of water to find your taste. You'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. Stay salty.
Oh, really? It had like a little like graph on TJ's. I thought maybe it was on the box.
Maybe it's on the box.
Yeah.
I did get the hang of it quickly. So I had a like large. Oh yeah.
What are they?
Raspberry or citrus?
Raspberry. Citrus for some reason. I'm not a big like. I don't like LaCroix lime very much.
Oh, I'm
I
the
don't
opposite. I would
Love
always
the
choose citrus in
Yeah,
that
thank
situation.
you for choosing raspberry.
Like
Smells
lemon
good.
lime, Redmond Relight, which is pretty good, but maybe not as good as Element. Lemon lime is not my favorite. So
Well, you just got the whole pack. Hope that's okay.
that's great.
That's plenty
I'm
for
a
that
salty
size
guy.
water. That's plenty.
Yeah.
Because in Vegas, I had that size water bottle, and it's hot, it's sweaty, and I was like, "This is like so much more than a water bottle. I should probably put 2 in here."
Oh,
and
you
pretty
went-
quickly, I was like, "Hey guys, 2's plenty for a water bottle this
Two's
size."
good.
Two's
Yeah,
good.
two's good. Yeah.
I did tell Timon that. I was like, "Hey, just if you ever get in this exact scenario, 2's plenty, plenty of salt." I googled, "Can you OD on sodium and electrolytes?"
And
Nope.
yeah, the answer is no. I
mean, it's hard.
think it's more
Sodium? Probably.
but I think
hard.
it's way better to have too much salt in your system than to have too much sugar. Like I think you just urinate it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a diuretic.
I don't know.
I'm also not
Thank
a
you.
doctor. Shake it
Thanks,
up.
Rach.
You're welcome.
Fun. Raspberry, you said?
Yep.
Here we are.
Here we are.
That's whoa, that's got a little
Salt.
little punch to it. No, a little sour.
Oh, really?
Whoa, you're going that whole thing for that glass?
Yep.
You dog. That's great.
Well, it said I would find my taste, so I did.
You'll get the hang of it pretty quick.
Hey, stay salty.
I think I've heard like if you are tired and you think you need more caffeine, a lot of times you just need more salt.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
I've found that
And
if
you
you're
just need to be
tired,
hydrated in general.
you just need like endorphins. Go run around the house.
Also true.
You wake up.
Also true. I read that if you're tired, if you get sleep, that helps.
Also true.
Yeah. So
Also true.
also true. Also true.
Rachel, what have you been up to today? It's fun that you're just on the podcast now.
That is fun. I don't get to do this anymore.
Yeah, you're a working woman.
I've been having a great morning. Went to a Bible study with friends and nothing else planned.
All right.
Ooh.
What are you doing? You're doing a Bible study with church, with just friends?
Friends who go to church. Christine and Lindy.
Your church though? Like
Yep,
is it through
yep,
the church?
Abundant Life.
Okay.
No, it's not through church though.
Okay. Just some people wanting to learn more about the word.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's great.
Fun. Where do you guys meet?
Usually we meet at Black Dog,
Okay.
but since I didn't have school, we could go some other places. I don't know why that was really why we could go other places. But we went to Parisi today, which was a nice coffee shop. And we went through First Thessalonians.
The whole thing.
Not the whole thing.
They work quick.
Yeah, right.
last half. It is quick.
Wow.
I think just 5 chapters.
Okay. Cool.
It's great.
Who's leading it? Or is it like you have a book or like
We've got
studying?
a book to fill out for
Okay.
it. I wouldn't say any of us lead it. We kind of just go through each question together.
Sweet. Fun. And Lindy's the one that just got engaged?
Yes, Lindy just got engaged.
And just ran a marathon.
Yeah.
What's better? What's like more what are you more proud of? Like what do you show first, your ring or your medal?
Or your lack of
Yeah.
toenails.
Toenails? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
It didn't happen to her. It didn't happen to her.
I'm just talking about a friend.
Ah,
A
no.
different friend.
Yeah.
I saw that online somewhere. She was over last night. A lot of ladies were over last night for Maj night.
Yeah.
Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
It's all the trend.
It
these
is.
days.
It is.
And so I'm letting them play, but I was like, real quick, Lindy, congrats on running a marathon. That's so awesome. And she was like, thank you. I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
It was like, so I didn't even ask, you think you'll do it again? She was just like, thank you. We don't even need to talk about it because I'm never going to do it
Really?
again.
Please don't bring it up.
Yeah.
I wonder,
She said she got to mile 21 feeling fine. I was like, that is a feat in and of itself.
Okay.
And then she said from 21 to 26, it was just the worst.
That's
That was
crazy
it.
to have to run 6 miles feeling miserable. An hour of running.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really miserable.
that's
What's
all
your
I do.
ideal temperature to run in? We were just talking about this.
65.
Yeah, it's so warm.
Yeah.
60
Wait,
see,
mine is warm?
Minus warm?
Mine is
Yours
warm,
is
my
warm.
opinion.
Jake said 55.
50, 55.
Sometimes that cold hurts my throat when I breathe.
That's what I was thinking. Like, there's got to be a low enough temperature where, but 55, really?
I think so.
Okay.
And because I won't ever get hot enough to take a sweatshirt off if it's 55. But if it's 65, I will be able to take a sweatshirt off.
See,
He like read it in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like warm. Give me 75, 80. I love it. Yeah.
I just noticed there is a direct correlation between like the temperature and the speed of which I finish a mile. It's subconscious. I don't even think about it. I'm just like running, listening to a podcast. When it's 50 degrees, I get done and I'm like, oh, that was 2 minutes faster than it was in the middle of the summer. I'm not even
You're
thinking about it.
Like more motivated to run fast and get done? Or
And also,
I think it truly is more enjoyable.
I think it's a biological response to like
Right.
my heart's not having to work as hard.
Okay.
You know, I'm not sweating as much. But I think it is a little bit of motivation. Like I'm a little chilly. Let's pick up
Yeah.
the pace.
yeah.
Anyway.
We went to CrossFit. Dad's on Maui.
Oh,
you know,
TJ still.
TJ's all about CrossFit. He's all about it. And so we went. And have you ever done it?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been in a CrossFit gym and I did Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Same thing, pretty much. I don't know. It seems like every day is different in CrossFit. So who knows if they're doing jiu-jitsu some days. You have done it. I know you're eating now. Sorry. What'd you think of it? You probably loved it.
Didn't like it.
Oh, really? Why?
Way too intense.
Too intense?
But I also did it when I was doing volleyball, so
Oh, okay.
it was meant to be. But hurt my knees so bad because they just push so much weight that your form isn't ever really focused on, at least where I was.
So from what I understand, from what we did this time, it was like, I don't know if this is how all CrossFit is, but like there's like the weight training part of it, like the lifts that you normally do, bench press, squats, hang clean, whatever. And then there's like the more like plyometric,
Like annoy your
circuit.
Friends online part of it.
Yeah. Like the things that are like, I'm better than you kind of things. Like take the bar and like, what do they call them? Toast to bar.
Gosh, yeah.
Guess if I tried that.
No.
They're like, you can do toast to bar, or if you don't think you can do that, you can just lay on the ground.
handstand push-up.
And touch, touch V-ups is what they call them. I was like, yeah, I'll do that
Oh,
one.
V-ups. Now I've done those.
Yeah.
There's just sit-ups.
Yeah.
That lower abs.
Lower abs. So 3 days later, I'm still feeling it quite a bit.
Yeah.
How many reps did you have to do?
Yeah, that was the hard thing.
21,
So like,
16, 9 or something?
no, it was 10 of 10 for everything.
Oof.
For like, so it was so first of all, it was just bench press, which Daddy did just fine
No
on the
problem.
bench. No
Yeah.
problem.
Did they say like what percent max you should do?
No, they kind of just were like work up. It was 5 reps of 3, 5 sets of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
So
right
you
way
had
say
to
it.
do probably a high weight if
Yeah.
it's only 3 reps.
But the guys I was with didn't really. It's kind of like this.
The guy has with.
Well, it's tough because it's like because it's like, hey, yeah, find a partner, and it's like all 10 of us came and did this thing together, which was fun. TJ kind of pressured us all into it. I was literally sleeping at 7:30, and he came and woke me up. He's like, hey, everyone else is doing it. Do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. Like
I'm here to help.
I'm trying to be the best helper I can. I'm trying to set the vibes. Of course, I'll be there. And literally, I got up and like walked out the door in 45 seconds. Like, let's do this thing. So anyway, they were like, hey, find a bench press buddy. And so this guy, I didn't know. You don't want to be like, well, I can do this. So do you want to do this? Because then what if you can't or whatever?
Yeah.
And so the bench press wasn't that hard for me. But then the 10 of 10. And of course, TJ was like, this is a really hard one today. I'm like, are you just saying that? And he's like, no, it was terrible. But it was like 10 toes to bar, which I didn't do. I did the V-ups. And then it was 10 burpees. Terrible.
It seems like, for what I know about you and gravity, I don't think you'd love burpees.
No.
I don't like burpees.
No part of me loved the burps.
Did they do they do the push-up burpees?
They told us like you could do those if you want to. So of course I did those at the end. I was like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm doing 10 of these things. And then it was a 100-meter run. And so
Oh, what a relief.
honestly, it was like, I could do this. Like, this is fun.
I don't have to bend down.
Yes, dude. But unfortunately, on the bench press, I like kind of hurt whatever like my upper back is. Like sometimes when I just lay down flat, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I hurt like I'll pull something in my back. So the rest of the time, even when I was like jogging, it was like, this hurts. I'm uncomfortable right now. It
Any
was like-
back injury,
yeah.
just everything uses your back. It's so annoying.
It was just like involuntarily the whole time. I'd just be like, oh, here we go. Like everything I did. Oh, but it was fun. I could see why people get into it. Cause it was, I mean, the coach was so encouraging. He kept calling me big man, which I like when he's like encouraging big man.
Yeah, we've talked about this. If
Yeah.
it's big boy,
Come on, big boy.
it feels like insulting a little bit, probably.
Come on, big tub. No, stop. Come on, big man. Yeah, like and he said to TJ, like, he's like, dang, man, you brought some, he said some words I shouldn't say, but some strong guys here today.
You brought some big boys today.
Big, strong guys today. And I was like, yeah, you did. That's right. So
I'm the helper.
that's right. Yeah. I'm the guy that cleans up the dishes. So anyway, it was fun, but I was drenched by the end of it because it was hot out there. And
That's good.
I kind of liked it though.
It's good.
I think it's for your muscles. It feels better, even though I messed up my back.
And then you cold plunge, then you element.
I wish, dude.
That would
Yeah.
be nice.
That'd be great. All in one.
Rachel kind of does. I mean, it's not CrossFit, but I mean, like
It's similar.
3 or 4 times a week, Rachel wakes up at like 5 a.m. and goes crazy before school doing. Well, it's a bunch of rucksack work, right?
Yeah, we're rocking.
We're rocking. I'm kidding. What is
I
it
don't
though?
even know what that means.
It sounds good.
Isn't rucksack? Is that a big CrossFit thing? It's like that bag you wear while
Oh,
you're.
is that what that is? Oh God.
I expected the CrossFitters in the room to know. So if you
Yeah,
need anything
that's
else,
Big CrossFitters here. Rucksack bag. Oh, it's just like a bag. Oh, I see. Like
I like Rachel's. Yeah, we rucked. We were
Oh.
rucking.
Causing a ruckus.
could be a weighted backpack. I see. So like,
Weighted backpack. Gosh, we did that actually
Causing
in
a
volleyball
ruckus.
workouts.
what's the difference between a backpack and a? So I think rucksack in general is like a term for like a Boy Scout that would, or like a bag that a Boy Scout would use on like a hiking trip.
It's not a knapsack.
That's a Boy
difference.
Scout who doesn't work out. He just like
Yes,
walks
he has
around.
a stick with a bandana tied on it and
Huck
acts like
Finn.
he's leaving home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a knapsack.
Difference between backpacks and rucksacks. Backpacks are designed for smaller loads such as laptop, lunch pocks, or reading.
You gotta get your kids vaccinated for lunchbox.
or reading materials. Rucksacks usually have more storage space and compartments, making them better for carrying heavier loads such as temps, sleeping tags, and bulkier camping items.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's a rucksack.
That's
So yeah, that's what happens at my gym.
it's Rachel and a bunch of
It's
former
life
Boy
skills.
Scouts.
Is it like a circuit thing though? Like you do?
Yeah,
like,
it's like a circuit.
yeah.
Some
fun.
days are leg days, some days are upper body. It's fun. It's a good
Yeah.
workout. And you get to do your own weight, which I like because in volleyball it's always maxing out. And now it's just whatever I want.
Whatever. You're feeling
lovely.
good.
That's
Yeah.
fun. All right. We have so much to talk about. I feel like we haven't even gotten into
No, yeah.
anything yet. We're rucking,
We're rucking, we're
laptopping.
sacking.
Let's talk about Good Ranchers.
Great.
And then I want to get to it as soon as possible. I got to tell you about
Yeah.
the craziest 15 minutes of my life.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Fun.
First things first with Good Ranchers. I love when there's a whole thread in our Facebook page about one of our sponsors. That's always just fun in general.
Yes.
There was one this week that was more like, I feel like curious and inquisitive, like, hey, I'm trying to do this. How do I do the coupon code? And then all the other ghosties jump
Yeah.
to the rescue to help.
Yeah. Which means that all these ghosties are loving and subscribing to Good Ranchers and supporting us, which is awesome.
So Mike Harris is posting about it. Like, I don't know if I understand this correctly. How do I do the coupon code? Delivery free. Brian pipes in. Delivery is always free. You can change your box and add add-ons too. We purchased a burger box and then a better than organic chicken box. Mike Harris said delivery is always free. I'm sold on that.
Yes.
There you go, right there. Brian said, yes, sir. I've been ordering for 2 years. Every order has had free shipping. Completely worth it. Mike responded, for me, it would be $149 every 6 weeks. That's $25 a week. For quality meat, that's insane.
Talk to us.
Talk to him, Mike.
Let's go.
Big Mike, big boy Mike.
Big boy, big rucksack Mike.
Big rucksack, buy your family some meat, Mike.
That's right.
So that was pretty cool. I mean, that kind of does the ad for you, but we have listeners who are already customers who've been ordering for 2 years straight and still think it's a good deal.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Also, if you're not sold by the offerings that they've had so far, brand new offering. I'm so pumped about this. We haven't tried them yet. Good Ranchers came out with the first ever seed oil free chicken nuggets. Oh, game changer, dude. No other nuggets on the market here, abroad, wherever guarantee a pure seed oil free recipe that prioritizes your family's health without sacrificing flavor or crunch. I can't wait to try this.
Yep.
So you can subscribe with their presidential promo, any Good Ranchers box, get a free add-on for 4 years, which will be either chicken breast, ground beef, bacon, or salmon. Whatever you pick, though, Good Ranchers is going to guarantee it's all American and all around delicious. So I'm very excited about these nuggets, especially for as a parent or as a dad. I mean, that's the same thing. As a parent or as like just a overall consumer, it's just going to be awesome. I think they're sold out right now, but I think they're coming back soon.
They'll be back. So yeah, GRKC, free shipping, $25 off, free add-on. A lot of deals.
A lot of deals. Okay, I want to
No
American
seed
Meat
oils,
Delivered.
though.
GoodRanchers.com.
No.
Tell me about 15 minutes.
If I would have thought of this ahead of time, I would have brought a Bible in here and sworn on it because I want you to know everything I'm about to tell you is 100% true.
You don't ever have to do that for me. I always just believe you.
I feel like what you're about to hear is going to sound like I'm maybe exaggerating something or maybe like, well, no one else was there. So how do we really know?
Okay.
Hand over my heart. Is that close enough to the Bible? Everything I'm about to say is true.
I don't know if your heart's the same as the Bible. Your heart's
Head? No. Where do you want me to put
wedding ring. You vowed on your wedding ring. Yeah. Hand over my ring.
over my ring. Yeah. Cross my ring and hope to die.
Hand on my rucksack. All right, go ahead.
Do you mean to go at the props that you used the other day?
You know, I've told the story a couple different ways.
You put down the laptop for this.
Well,
I'm excited.
It's because I don't even need any notes.
Yeah.
I actually don't think I need the props because I've told this story a couple different times already, and when I use the props, I don't think it hit as hard. So I'm going no props.
Okay.
How much do you want me to interact? How much do you want me to just listen?
You can interject at any point.
Great.
Full permission.
Great.
Hand on my rucksack. You can interject whenever you want.
Okay.
All right. So I teased it last week that I was going to be getting kind of that experimental acupuncture
Right. Yes.
to rid myself of the alpha-gal tick bite red meat allergy.
Yes.
So I look up it's called SAAT acupuncture, and it's not that popular. There's only 2 places in the entire Kansas City metro that offer this.
Okay.
The one that was by far the closest is in Grandview, Missouri.
By far the closest.
Yeah, I think the other one was St. Joe or something.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because Grandview is 40 minutes.
Not close.
Yeah.
And so if you're in the area, Grandview is not where you want any kind of procedure done.
Never have I ever gotten a procedure done there. I'll just say that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But if you were to say, I got a needle in me in Grandview, you would say that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
That's why you go down there. Anyway, it's a strip mall. It looks exactly how you're expecting it to look. It's a rundown building in Grandview. No problem though. The inside's fine. Let's get to the main point here. So I go in and this guy sits me down, and within 30 seconds he was like, all right, so you got alpha-gal, great. Lyme's disease? I said, no, thankfully I never had any Lyme symptoms. He's like, all right, we'll check for it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I guess I'm going to get checked for these allergies. I've never had an allergy test.
Yeah.
We got insurance recently, so Rachel was like, hey, you should go to a allergist or whatever, and we hadn't done it yet.
Just go to Grandview instead.
You just go to Grandview Acupuncture. They don't take insurance. It's awesome. So I have seen allergy tests done before where they will put stuff on your skin and then see how it reacts.
Right.
I think also probably the most scientific, the best way to do it would be just blood work, right?
Okay.
Just let's get into your body and test it. He begins a new method that I've never seen before.
Okay.
And I don't even know this is happening. He's just go ahead and sit right here. And he doesn't tell me what he's about to be doing. He just all right, go ahead and sit right here. Now I want you to hold this thing. So I grab, it's 100% just plastic. It's just a plastic rod.
Okay.
And he goes, don't hold it here. Don't hold it here. Right here.
Okay.
I was like, okay, great. Out of the rod is a wire. Looks like a charging cord.
Oh, I think
Have you seen something like this?
I might have done this.
Okay. Out of that goes to another.
Oh, different. Okay.
Goes to another plastic box.
Okay.
I can't emphasize enough how this did not feel technologically sound. There was no technology happening. It was just plastic on plastic.
Was it plugged in?
No.
Okay.
It was just a standalone device.
Okay.
It was like anything in this room. It just connected to nothing. So I'm holding that, and then he's like, all right, now put your right arm out like this. I go, okay. And he's like, I'm going to try to push it down. He tries to push it down. He's like, oh, you're very strong, very strong. And I was like, oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
I've been rucking.
Play a lot of pickleball.
And so he's like, okay. Now we're going to come over here. And then he takes a little vial. I mean, it's this small. It's got clear liquid in it. You can see it moving around. And it says alpha-gal on it. And he drops that into the plastic little case over here. And then he comes back to my right arm and he pushes my arm down. He's like, yep, you got alpha-gal. And I go, what? Sorry, what? You're testing me for the allergy right now? And he's like, and he's explaining it yes, you push your arm down, normal, good, you're still strong.
Yeah.
If I'm able to push you down, you're weak. And I was like, but how does...
Yeah.
All right, let's do this again from the top. So I made him do it again. I was like, all right, seriously. All right, now I'm ready. Because now it feels like a magic trick is what it felt like. I was like, this is I've
heard of this before or something similar to this.
I had not. I just couldn't believe I was in there by myself. I was like, Rachel needs to be here. I need time in filming this. And so he's like, all right, from the top, take the vial out.
I love that you've made him do it twice. I think that's awesome. Because once it's you were messing with me. I wasn't ready for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know how it works.
Okay.
I'm like, all right.
Okay.
And so then, all right, no vial, just raw. And so then I'm like, all right, let's see. And this time I swear he's doing I feel like you're not pushing that hard.
Okay.
And he's like, everyone say this. Everyone is, and I was like, all right. And so he puts the vial back in, pushes it down. He's like, see, it works.
And you couldn't, was it hard to push down?
I mean, it just felt like he was pushing way harder down when he wanted the answers he was getting. And so I kid you not, this is insane. So I'm like, that's crazy. So because of that, I have alpha-gal. He's like, yeah, it says it right here. Oh, this says COVID. So I was like, I have COVID? He's like, no. No, that was hold on. No, I think it was alpha-gal. It was alpha-gal. And so he put the wrong vial in there when he thought he was testing me for the tick bite thing. I saw it. It said COVID on it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, I mean, but
No.
well,
kind
yeah,
of a double
but-
negative
yeah.
thing. I'm sure. I don't know.
So wait, did he do more?
Oh, yeah. So then
Okay.
I was like, let's
Yeah.
see what you got here.
Because sometimes you might like I bet we all have coronavirus in our system a little bit.
Hey, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it
No,
was
I
just
think that's a
hilarious
thing.
that
So, look, Rachel's laughing like
I agree.
Oh, you
It's
do?
just funny that you're like, oh, never thought about
I
that.
didn't think about that. Yeah, good point. And so he is getting these vials. By the way, he's got dozens and maybe hundreds of them.
Yeah.
He's getting them out of VHS cases that are kind of labeled by category, like food and beverage, outdoor,
man.
like animal and pet, and
Yeah,
whatever. Like they're VHS cases.
every
getting
once
them
in a
out
while
of.
it's just like Jake second grade soccer. It's like, well, sorry, that's a home video. My bad. It's like the wrong one.
And so he would get him out and he would stare at him. And so
He should. You say he's like a magician. He should have shown everybody. This one says Lyme's disease. Everyone agree it says Lyme's disease.
I'm going to show the camera. I'm not going to show you. I'm
And he
not going to
takes
look
it
at
out
it.
and it says COVID. COVID. How did I do that? That's funny. Okay, so yeah.
So at this point, I've never felt this way in my life where I was 80% sure that I was on some sort of hidden camera Impractical Jokers
Like
thing.
you're getting punked.
I was so confident. I was like, this is insane. This is hilarious. Like
This guy's got makeup on. Yeah, like a
he's
fake,
just pushing my
like,
arm
is this
down.
Brad like doing this? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little thing of, it looks like water.
Yeah.
How does the water know? I just can't believe this. And so I legitimately started looking around, seeing what could have been
Like,
a
where are
camera.
the security?
Yeah, I'm like, there's some things. I mean, it could be under that hat or like in
I
the
don't
picture
know,
frame,
yeah.
maybe.
That hand sanitizer looks like it has a weird like button on top of
They're
it.
not normally black at the top. I've never been in that situation in my life where I was looking for hidden cameras, but I was
Okay.
so sure. I was like, this is the thing. This
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm going to be part of something like this.
So then you start hamming it up. Like,
I'm like, well,
Yeah.
this is my moment. And so then we just start running the gamut of other things to test. He's like, you have any other allergies? And I was like, I mean, just like seasonal stuff, but nothing crazy. He's like,
Right.
we could test for that. We could test for that. So then he puts something, I don't even know what he put in the plastic thing, and he puts it down. And he's like, yeah, you're allergic. And I was like, what was that? It just said tree on it.
trees,
I was like, well, I don't think I'm allergic to trees. He's like, well,
all trees.
a lot of these allergies, like pollen and ragweed, dog fart weed, they come from tree. And
All
I
of
was
those
like,
things.
whatever.
All right, yeah.
Whatever.
I guess I can't go anywhere that has trees anymore.
Because the thing is, I wasn't coming here to be tested. I already know I have it. So it's like,
Oh, yeah,
At
you
the end of the
wouldn't
day,
be
it's like,
treated.
I guess I don't care if this is legit or not. Just cure me.
Yeah.
So I started to lose a little bit of like fire. I was like, I guess just do whatever you want to do, man. I don't know.
How long was this?
It was probably like 10 minutes of testing.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
So, but we start doing other stuff. So then I asked him, I was like, do you have other alpha gal patients that their like red meat allergy has bled into dairy? So I said, I feel like mine's getting progressively worse where
Okay.
like I used to be able to have like Andes. Now I can't have Andes. And he didn't say like he had ever heard of that. He's like, we could test for it. I was like, I bet we can. All right, let's do it. And so then he puts lactose in the lactose water in there, and it pushes my arm down. No, pushy.
Okay,
He's like, well. And then he gets another one that says milk. This is separate from lactose.
Okay.
He puts milk in there, arm goes down.
Did
He
you
puts a
ask?
third one in there called casein or something like that.
I've heard of that.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but
I don't know what it is either. Spoiler, he doesn't really. So casein, arm, I think arm stayed straight as well.
I'm gonna look up casein real quick.
And so I asked him, I said, how do all these three work? How can I be allergic to milk but not lactose? Bit of a language barrier at that point. I don't know what.
Where is this guy from? You think?
China.
Okay.
We talked.
Yeah.
He's got, yeah.
How do you spell casein?
Yeah.
I think it's with a C. That's all I know.
Casein.
EIN. Okay. Oh yeah, dairy product. Okay. Protein found in milk that gives milk its white color. Okay.
Oh. It's like flamingos. They turn pink when they eat the shrimp.
The lactose is the
It's
sugar. The
no,
casein
sorry.
is the protein.
Just a second. It says it's like flamingos. Yeah, the casein gives it. Yeah. No.
I got so pasty because I had so much casein as a kid.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
loved milk. You said lactose is the sugar?
Lactose is the sugar. Casein is the protein.
Yeah, milk
makes
consists
sense.
of around 80% casein protein.
So it's interesting that I'm not
also in-
allergic to either of the ingredients, but I'm allergic to milk as a whole.
I guess so.
So whatever. Then we start.
Yogurt, cheese, infant formulas. So there you go.
That's mainly what I
If
eat.
you're doing formula instead of milk itself.
Huh.
Or a variety of dietary supplements.
I'm big into those too.
Do not confuse casein protein with casein peptides. So,
I'll try my best.
okay. Okay.
All right. We get on with the testing, and it's time to put the acupuncture to do it. And so then he takes another just like plastic device. I'm like, what is this doing? And it kind of looked like a box cutter, but with like a level on it. I mean, there was nothing really to this. And so then he starts digging around my inner ear.
What?
And it's kind of like making noise.
With the box cutter?
It wasn't, I mean, there wasn't a knife to it, but
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
kind of the shape, like an angled kind of like
In
piece
your
of
ear?
plastic. Yeah, in my ear. And he's just digging around. And I swear, I can't tell. I don't think he was making the noises,
Dude.
but it was like making noises like if just like a human was just like, you know,
That's what it
was-
sounded like
Yeah,
in
like
your
a
ear?
human trying to be like, I'm tinkering with this. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
And so maybe the little device was doing it, but he was just digging around. He's like, all right, we found the alpha gal spot. And then he makes a little mark with a pin in my ear. And then he's like, all right, now let's go in for milk as well. And so then he digs around, he finds the milk spot, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Everyone's ear.
Everyone has a milk spot.
What if I was allergic to 20 different things? There wouldn't be enough real estate in my ear to be injected. with all
Well,
this
there's
stuff.
two. You got 2 ears.
Good point.
Yeah. And some nostrils. It's any orifice.
There's cartilage at
Yeah.
a lot of places. So, so then he's like, all right, we're going to put these. I mean, they're super tiny things of metal. It looks like a shrunk down earring or like a shrunk down fish hook almost, where it's got like a little, anyway, super, super tiny.
Wow.
They're in like a little plastic baggie. And he's like, all right, I'm going to put these in your ear. You're not allergic to metal, are you? I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah. Let's check.
He said,
Did he?
Well, let's test.
Yeah.
And so then I'm holding the metal earrings basically, and he pushes down my arm, does it good. He's like, all right, you're good. I was like, so I could have held a tick in my hand. I could have
No,
have
it's
poured.
different. Metal's different because it doesn't have the casein in there. Like,
I was like, you could have poured milk on my hand, and we could have tested it that way. How does this make sense? Because I even asked him, I was like, so what's in these vials? He's like, well, it's signals. And I was like, well, it doesn't feel like there's anything like electromagnetic happening. Like, how does my body know what's in here? And he's like, it's in the signals.
good for you for asking all these questions.
It was insane, dude.
Yeah.
So anyway, not allergic to metal.
Good.
Puts them in my ear, easy peasy, no pain, just chilling in there. It's currently for the next 3 weeks, I've got an alpha gal metal and I got a milk rod in there.
Whoa, you have them in there.
They're in there.
Can you tell?
No.
Really?
One of the first things he told me was, do not get it wet. Immediately went home and showered with it. Totally forgot. So you really, because that's what I'm saying, like mallet finger, I knew I had an injury.
Right.
Think about it constantly.
Very obvious.
But this is like a pain-free thing in my body.
Did you like intentionally get it wet? Like I wash out my ears every time I shower. Did you like shove some water down?
No,
in
I was
there?
about halfway through the shower and I was like, jeez.
So now when you shower, you just put one hand over your ear.
He gave me an ear cap that's still in my car.
What does that look like?
I haven't put it on. I don't know what it
Just
looks
look like one little head, like one of these things, on, like a headphone. thing
Yeah,
on there?
maybe.
Yeah.
He gave me a pack of ear caps, so I haven't used those yet.
Oh, I love everything about this because, like, now being married to Catherine, I've been exposed to some of this stuff before.
Homeopathic type.
You have never, and so the fact that you went and that you didn't walk out 3 minutes into it is amazing. Because I'm like, you're like, what are you doing with this probe, this thing? Like,
I was unlike anything I've ever experienced, or just like my expectations versus what was happening.
you were just expecting to walk in there, they stick some needles in you for 30 minutes, and then you walk out.
Exactly. Just like, hey, I have this. I'm willing to pay full price for it.
Yeah.
Do it. Rather than like, we're going to run you through some tests. And
Yeah,
they're going to
dude.
be pretty weird, pretty Eastern medicine.
My hardest thing with, we'll call it whatever, just non-traditional medicine, whatever you want to call that, like Eastern medicine, homeopathic, maybe that is traditional medicine. I don't know. But like, is you tell them what's wrong with you, and then they check and they're like, yep, that's wrong.
That was a little bit of it.
And that's where I get a little bit of like, well, would you have figured this out without me telling you? And maybe that's what doctors do too, to an extent. Like, I don't know, like maybe because then if I go to a doctor and say, figure out what's wrong with me and my foot's broken, and they test me for everything else, they're doing an MRI of my head or something. Like,
I think an MRI can really diagnose what's wrong. It doesn't need human input to be like, and look for a meniscus injury.
Fair,
like, we'll
yeah.
find it.
But I'm just saying, like, maybe it's just like expediting the process. I guess maybe that's because yeah, I remember telling Catherine, I was like, well, yeah, I told him that I like was tired a lot. And then they'd be like, well, that explains why you're tired. It's like, well, you wouldn't have known that. If
I gave
didn't
you
say
that
it.
info.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a psychic or like a mentalist where they kind of use information to.
Yes, I
fool
see.
you.
You're very stressed at work. Like you said that you have a new job. You're very stressed at work. Whatever. Like,
Yeah, you could easily deduce that.
yeah. Isaac told me a story about. Did you ever hear about him going to the chiropractor and doing? Because chiropractor runs the gamut of like. Sometimes it's just people that pop your back. Sometimes it's like super holistic medicine.
Drink
whatever.
this soup, say this chant.
And like I think they did the arm thing with him
Really?
for like different years of his life or something like this.
Whoa.
And there was one time where it went down, and it was the year of his life that his dad got like let go of his job. It was like
a
all
really
this
crazy
stressful
year.
time, like really like extreme things.
See, it feels like a magic trick though. It's crazy.
But like, yeah, I know. And that's where you just have to like be like, do I want to believe this or not? And at the end of the day, it's like, you don't have to, but might as well try, see what happens with my ear.
And that's what I thought. I was like, this is pretty low risk. Like,
Right.
it was $250
Okay.
to maybe be able to eat burgers again for the rest of my life.
And not have to worry about,
It was amazing.
all the inconveniences of that come with that.
So if it works, great.
Yeah.
So I asked him, just to wrap up the story, I was like, all right, so I just leave it. He said, leave these in for 3 weeks, come back in 3 weeks, and we'll take them out. I was like, great. And I said, should I like be weaning myself on to like meat in that time? Like, should I go get some tacos right now? He laughs so hard at this that he falls over. That's the part where I'm like, no one's going to believe me.
Fell over.
falls over one chair, and then uses another chair to grab himself. Like one leg was off the ground. And I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just like, I don't know how this works. Like, should I go hit up a taco truck?
Oh, how offended were you? How bothered were you by this?
That
just
was
like,
kind of entertaining. I was like,
okay,
well.
man. Like, sorry, I'm trying to figure this. Oh my gosh.
I was like, at least he's a friendly guy.
He died. He's like, this guy is a comedian. I get it. Yeah. Like, he said no. He said, wait until the 3 weeks is up.
Yep. He said 3 weeks, and yeah, we'll take him out, and then you're good to go.
Cool.
Please schedule it for a time that I can come with. I
Yeah.
need to see him.
That'd be fun. Have you get in there and do the arm thing?
Oh, I would love to see him.
Everyone should go. Dr. Ann, A.N., Grandview, Missouri.
A.N. Just
A.N..
A.N.
Dr. A.N.
Dr. Ann. Did you tell Catherine the story yet? It sounds like
No.
you maybe
Maybe
talked
she's
to her a little
realizing-
bit.
No, I asked him about it because I know what Catherine's thing
Oh,
is.
yeah.
But
I think
that
hers
is
is
like,
like
a
ED,
metal
yes.
rod.
Yes.
And there's something with electro.
Yeah. Yeah. So
magnetic-
I've done this weird thing, and it's like one of those things where like you say it out loud, and it's like that is crazy, and it might be. I don't know. But at the same time, it's very interesting. Like, yeah, it's like electro. I think it's called EDS. I don't know what it is. Electrodermal something. But you hold a metal probe, and then she like uses another probe to like touch your fingertips and like tell where problem areas are in your body, or like what's
At
going
least
on.
there's electricity
Yeah, that
happening
makes
there.
more sense.
Yeah.
And she's like looking at a computer, but maybe that's all smoke and mirrors too. Like, then again, it'd be a bummer if they were just ripping people off left and right with
Yeah.
this. I think she did, and I didn't fact check her on this, but she's like, this is covered. This is like the main way of doing medicine in some other country. Like it wasn't Germany, but it was somewhere over there. Like
Belarus, this is all they do.
Croatia, this is like their first line of defense, and
Yeah.
then they go to whatever it was. So I was like, well, if somebody believes in this thing, I guess I can do it. But
I mean, if this ear acupuncture stuff works, I am going to be a raving fan. I'm going to tell everybody, like,
Yeah.
Peter Casey, hey, they could fix your
Oh,
lactose
yeah.
intolerance. Go get this right now. Anyone who has anything.
oh yeah, I think this is how you get started in the whole red pill, whatever you want to call it, thing. It's like, you know what? I think this is a little different than I've been hearing about my whole life.
Yeah, I don't care for the allergy testing, but if you know you have something, get it. Put it in your ear. Get a little milk rod in there.
It is so interesting though. Like they just put this thing in there, they just shove your arm down. It would have been interesting, like maybe have Rachel come next time and push it down. She's like, I swear I'm pushing with the same thing.
That's what I need. Yeah, I need someone I can trust.
Need some control there.
So I tried to like Google this like device that was used on me so I could like show people. Very hard to find. What I did find when I Googled like allergy test with arm strength and then click on images is I saw an image of a woman petting a dog in one hand and her arm outstretched on the right. So I think it was like, well, let's see if you're allergic to dogs. And that was such a funny picture. I couldn't find anything else, but I found that. I was like, that's so funny. That's what he did to me. You allergic to metal? All right, hold it.
Yeah, there you go. Some things are like right there. Other things you have to have the vial for. I guess.
You need the vial with the signal. So
They just give you a bottle of Corona, and it's like, well, let's see if you have Corona. Like, that's wild, dude.
I got in my car, and first thing I did was I looked up the reviews to this place because I did not do that ahead of time.
Smart.
And I will say, this clinic has 99 reviews and an average of 5 stars.
Wow. Yeah. So people.
Great.
I will say probably most of the people go and know what they're getting themselves into.
They kind of seek this kind of stuff out.
Whereas you're like, what in the world? They didn't give me a chewable tablet, a prescription from Walgreens. Like,
yeah. So, I mean, and then I also looked up his like qualifications. I was like, let's figure out what this guy is licensed in. And he got some sort of degree in China back in the day. It said Bachelor of Surgery. Maybe there's a language barrier. Maybe that's all you need in China. I don't know what bachelor means.
Yeah. Who knows, man?
But hey, surgery.
It is so interesting. Like, just health of different countries and like there's something crazy about Japan. I don't know the stat very well, like to regurgitate it, but like Japan has just as many McDonald's as we do, or like they eat similarly to what we do, but they are like no one's obese in Japan. And it's like, what's going on? What's different? Like, I don't know. Just like one of those things where like, I think in America, we're like, this is how we should do it, and it's really like, maybe other people know what they're talking about.
Japan, they have Hello Kitty and baseball, and I don't know. That's enough.
That's good. Shohei Ohtani.
Anyway, so it was a wild time, but
I'm really
we'll see.
All right, excited to see what's going to happen from it. I hope it works, just for multiple reasons, but obviously for the reason of just like, you don't have to worry about these things anymore.
Yeah, every barbecue, every cookout, I get to eat now. I have to wait till I get home.
I think I've talked about this once on the podcast, and I don't, once again, not an expert on any of this stuff, but one of my friends his wife ran a gluten-free gluten-free bakery, said that almost all people who are gluten-free, celiac, whatever you want to call it, are like upper-class white women.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting. Like, it's like, so what, like, is there, like all these lactose people that are lactose intolerant, is there like a Venn diagram there as well of like,
what happened to us socioeconomically?
Yeah, whatever it is, or what you grew up. I don't know. There's
stuff like that's really interesting.
It's all this stuff's really interesting. So talk to Catherine. She would love to. You should just have a like one-on-one coffee date with Catherine for 5 hours. She'll talk to you, talk your ear off about this stuff, dude.
When you said gluten, sorry, one last thing. He did test me for gluten. I mean, he tested me for 1,000 things, but by the end, I started being kind of like you were saying, like where I'm giving him the answers.
Yes.
And so I tried to play it neutral. He's like, "Do you want to test for gluten?" And I was like, "Yeah, that might be good." Trying to almost lead him one way, and I will say, didn't go down on gluten.
Okay. Interesting.
Forgot about that part.
Okay. I love it.
He also tested me for chicken. And I was like, "I promise you I'm not." He's like, "Why don't we test?" So we tested there. Then after the rods were in, then he tested me for alpha-gal again. Arm was steady.
Because you want to make sure you got the right spot.
I guess so. And then that wasn't good enough. So then he had specific vials for each animal. And so then we did cow, we did pig.
Well, that wasn't good enough.
We did beef, we did pork. Okay. He's like, sometimes, you can do alpha-gal, but not beef. The other times he would double up. Sorry, I keep remembering stuff. I didn't write any of it down. There would be alpha-gal in the canister and allergy.
Okay.
He'd two-time me.
Allergy.
Then he would take allergy out, put toxin in. He's like, we got to see if it's an allergy or a toxin.
See, I don't even know the difference.
He said allergy way easier to treat.
Okay.
Sounds right.
So was it allergy?
It was an alpha-gal allergy.
Interesting. So at least, according to this guy, it's confirmed that you have it.
My arm was moving down.
And you were like, were you trying to resist?
It felt like I was the control, in the experiment. Like, I'm the same every time. So, anyway, I'm sure the Ghosters have plenty to say on both sides. Like, let me know if you've experienced this, what you think of this.
Well, it's just like, just anything like this, anything that's like a little bit out there, like Blurry Creatures, the podcast that does all like the supernatural, whatever, spiritual warfare stuff. It's like, you can believe it or not believe it, but if it's true, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, if it's true, it's kind of, very interesting at least. Like, just consider it at least, so.
Last thing I'll say, truly, tie a bow around it. I'm done. I Googled like allergy test via arm strength, and the internet is very consistent saying this is not a like recognized way of testing for allergies.
Interesting.
Like, it is not.
Yeah.
People don't believe in it.
Yeah. Which
from Western medicine.
I was gonna say, who's controlling the internet out there though? Mm-hmm. The Zuckerbergs of the world, the big pharmas of the world. Who knows?
Procter, Gamble, Johnson,
Biden. Okay. Well, that segment was brought to you by Good Ranchers at the beginning and by Healing Waters International at the end.
That's right, because they did offer me a water.
They did.
And I said, I'll take the metal rod. Thanks.
Access to safe drinking water does really change lives, Jake.
That's true.
Children can attend school. Dignity is restored to women and communities are strengthened. There's a quote here on their website, Healing Waters International. No other single intervention is more likely to have a significant impact on global poverty than the provision of safe water.
That's a good point. I mean, what else is, what is more pivotal than maybe like oxygen than water?
True.
Tough to give a whole community oxygen.
And you know what water has in it? Oxygen.
It's got 1 for every 2 hydrogen, I want to say.
I really is dihydrogen monoxide, yeah.
Good.
Very good. So, healingwaters.org, give.healingwaters.org/Ghostrunners if you really want to really give to the podcast campaign. But Healing Waters is doing amazing things all throughout the world. You know, we've always talked specifically about Chiapas, Mexico, and that's kind of our main focus, but they're doing things all over. I believe that Micah, the guy that came to the Healing Waters golf tournament with us, he was really inspired because he had done some mission trips in Haiti, and they're doing a lot of work over there, which if you know anything about what's going on in Haiti right now, it's crazy, and Healing Waters is still on the ground doing wonderful things there. So I'm going to go ahead and encourage people. I don't know if this is good marketing or not, but $25 a month. That's my encouragement for people.
Good encouragement.
And look at your budget. See if you can afford $25 a month to donate to Healing Waters International today. $25 a month, you can impact lives with the gift of safe water. So it's give.healingwaters.org/Ghostrunners in order to join this community of wonderful people doing wonderful things for the Lord and for people all over the world, giving them safe water. So give.healingwaters.org/Ghostrunners.
While you were just saying that, I got a text. This is interesting timing. It's from a number I don't know. And it says, dude, I am so stoked for you to see an acupuncturist. I hope it works.
Okay.
But I don't have their number. We've only texted once before, and they texted me on my birthday an image of looks like a Bernese mountain doodle sitting in a swing set. And it says, when I only made 20 pizza rolls, but could have easily eaten 25 or maybe 30. And they said, hope you have a great birthday. So that's our only other previous text. And then now they're excited for me to see an acupuncturist. This is probably a podcast listener.
Are you a...
Identify yourself when this comes out.
Are you a save the number if you know the number kind of thing?
Yes, I try to stay on top of that.
Me too. Okay. I was going to ask, maybe send me the number, but it sounds like you already did. So,
San Francisco area is the area code.
Caitlin? Cano?
Is that her area code?
Cano?
She's from Colorado.
She originally San Francisco, though. SFO. Send me the number. I'll see.
That could be. She's a funny girl.
That sounds like a...
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah,
it's like person in
Yeah,
humor.
it does.
Yeah, and she called you dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's a big
it's
dude.
good.
Wait, look at that meme. I'm just...
Yeah, that's so cute.
It's really cute.
Oh my gosh, that puppy.
I think she just made it herself.
Let's see.
I'll comment on her behavioral right now.
Let me see your number.
No. Dude, I'll just tell it to you.
Dude, let me just...
That's way quicker.
That's her?
Oh, great. We found it.
Yeah.
All right. Keelan Cannell, I'm now saving your number.
That's fun. What was I going to say about that?
Mahalo?
Numbers. Oh, let's talk about Dads on Maui a little bit. So yeah, just went to Maui, hanging out with TJ and a bunch of dads for a week or so. And I learned that TJ and I are different in a lot of ways.
Oh, really?
I mean, we had so much fun and a blast. But that's one thing, like, I asked, like, are you the kind of guy that saves numbers? You said yes. I learned TJ, just the difference in how I would handle this event versus how TJ handled it. He killed it. He did a great job. But, like, you know, we have, like, this text thread going on where everyone introduces themselves, like, gives a little background on themselves. As I'm, like, flying on the plane, I'm taking out, like, a notepad and, like, making a different page for every single guy of, like, making notes of, like, okay,
Great.
this is what he's all about. I can talk to him about.
How many guys are there to keep track of?
There were
How many
10
Cub
total.
Scouts?
Eight plus us. So
Okay. 8 Boy Scouts.
8 Boy Scouts. Yeah, 8 Tiger Cubs, and then a couple of scout leaders, and so I'm like, all right, yeah, he's into movies. You know, Lewis is an engineer, like all these different things. And I get there, and I'm like talking to TJ. He's like TJ's like, yeah, I intentionally didn't read anything on any of these guys because I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I want to like be more like surprised about like what they do when they get here. And I'm like, that is so opposite of me. Like I'm more like I'll look up every guy, what they look like, and like know their name beforehand. Like try my best to like have as much information as possible about them. and TJ couldn't be the opposite.
That's a pretty funny difference in how you approach it.
Yeah, it was a lot of prep work is how we were different. Like same with like we get like right beforehand, like maybe 2 hours before they got there, TJ's got a little nervous energy, which was kind of encouraging to see. Because at first I was like, do you even like if you don't know these guys, do you even care about
Do
these
you
guys?
even care if Lewis likes movies?
He's like, oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe let's make some Rice Krispies. That's what Brooke always does. I was like, okay, cool.
Last second Rice Krispies.
And I didn't realize they were. Yeah. What's he doing? I didn't realize they were last minute. I thought he had like gone or like thought about going to the store for these, and so it looked like the most amateurly like planned out Rice Krispies of all time. Like he gets out like 2 big boxes of Rice Krispies like from Costco, like where they come in the double bag, and neither of them had barely any Rice Krispies left in them. And so he's like, "Oh, we don't have like it says we need 12 cups. We only have 10.
You think it'd be good with Doritos?
Okay.
What else do we have?
And he's like, I don't know. That's fine for the Rice Krispie. Let's do butter. And then he gets out the butter. He's like, dang, we only have 8 tablespoons of butter instead of 12. Oh my God. Like this is exact opposite. Like I would make sure we had extra of all this stuff, and then he gets out the marshmallows. That's when it was like the kicker. He's like, all right, so there's a bag of marshmallows that says 16 ounces. And he looks and he pauses for like 5 seconds, like trying to find how big this marshmallow bag is. And he just goes, oh, it's only 10 ounces. And I'm like, oh,
you don't have
God.
any of the ingredients.
Yes. I was like, TJ, we were just at the store. Like, we went and got all this stuff.
That's pretty
I
funny.
love
so we
that,
just-
and I relate to
Yeah.
that.
And of course, like, it's Rice Krispies with butter and sugar. And, it still tasted great, even if the ratios were a little off.
All right, so you guys still made them.
Yeah. I was like, just throw it all in there. And that's where we are. I'm not that like type A where it's like, this isn't going to work. It's like, I don't know. It'll be fine.
Blend it.
Guys will like it. If they don't like it, then throw it away. Like,
Yeah.
Who cares? But anyway, yeah, we just we had so much fun the whole time. It was just like anything we've ever done. It was a random assortment of people. It's not like every single guy was, active or every single guy liked sports or every single guy wanted to just chill. Like it was like very all over the place. But just like Ghosty Getaway, where it's like there's a common denominator of like everyone at least knows of Walk in Love, and listens to it, and everyone is a dad, and so like we at least have that.
And I'm sure they're all relatively very friendly people, very fun-loving people.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone wanted to be there. It wasn't like anybody was like pulling teeth getting.
They got
there.
sent to summer camp as like a disciplinary thing.
Exactly. So
that would be great though if a wife did like go shape up, go to Hawaii.
just this is the last straw. If you don't like this, then we're done. It's like okay, good luck. But overall it was so fun. Like guys said pretty extreme things. Like I haven't slept this well in 4 years.
Wow.
I haven't relaxed like this in like
This presidency
a long time.
stressed him out. You think?
I guess so. Just Biden is just I can't sleep. Joe's just making me nervous. I haven't relaxed like this. Like I can't remember the last time I came into the kitchen and felt like somebody else had made like my kids weren't expecting food made for them. Like all these different things. Like
I can't remember the last time I had Rice Krispies that tasted this bad.
I can't remember when the Rice Krispies never had any marshmallows.
I can't remember a time where I've just had pretty much just dry Rice Krispies to eat as a snack.
Right. So, but it was great, man. I mean, I have lots of notes written down, but there were 2 guys there that are basically the Ghostrunners funnel. Like, listen to our podcast and therefore heard from TJ. Listen to his episode and now came to this thing because of.
That's pretty cool.
And there was one guy like Tyler. Shout out Tyler. So fun. I would love
Big man.
Shout out Big Man Tyler. He would be so fun to just have as a producer, as somebody with a microphone, because he laughs at everything.
Oh, great.
And the one guy, Heath was his name, was like, yeah, I'll be honest, like when you first like came and you laughed a lot, like I wasn't so sure about you, man. Like, because it's like a pretty like distinct, like awesome laugh. But it's like, is this guy gonna like be annoyingly laughing? Yeah. But he was just like so fun to have around because he was just laughing all the time.
I want to be around Tyler. I love people like that.
It would be like a laugh track basically for the podcast. Like to the point where if he didn't laugh, I was like, man, that wasn't funny at all.
I really bombed.
That was really bad. But yeah, he came as a Ghostrunners fan, and he told me like we had hung out for like 2 hours before. He's like, I just got to get out of the way. I'm a huge ghosty. I'm like, oh, great, sweet, yeah, thanks for telling me so I didn't like, tell you a bunch of things about my life that you already know, kind of thing. But yeah, shout out to Tyler and Johnson. They were the ghosties.
That's pretty cool. So where do they live?
Johnson's a Tyler, Texas boy.
Confusing.
Yeah. He's from East Texas.
Tyler's from Johnson, Tennessee.
Yeah, and then Tyler is from Columbia, South Carolina.
Cool.
So, yeah, great times. Yeah, there was 2 guys that came late. Tyler Tong is his name.
Cool.
And then Lewis Hudson.
Lewis likes movies.
Lewis is the engineer. Heath likes movies. I'm sure Lewis just watched a movie or two.
I didn't read any of those texts.
But Lewis is like half Korean.
Cool.
And so naturally we get there and
Wait. I just love like
so naturally
yeah,
we're like, go ahead and make us some barbecue. Pal.
yeah, like what's the rest of the sentence they were all assuming? He's half Korean, so
okay.
you see where this is going.
So Lewis
I have no idea.
Lewis Hudson and Tyler Tong get there a little bit later than everybody else.
Okay.
We're all like, we go in the ocean to watch the turtles come in.
Yeah.
And, classic TJ. I love TJ, and I think this is great about him, but he's all about metaphors. He's all about, like, he's an emotional guy. So he's like, let's, like, watch the turtles come in silence and, like, reflect, whatever. And I'm like, dude, it's, like, 3 a.m. for all these guys.
Is it the first night?
It's the first night.
Oh,
it's
everybody's
like,
exhausted.
It's like sunset. I'm like, come on, turtles, let's go, whatever. And so these guys get here, Tyler Tong, Lewis Hudson, and naturally everyone thinks, Korean Tyler Tong.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
see.
It's like everyone's like, hey, you must be Tyler Tong. He's like, no, my name's Lewis. It's like, oh, my bad, dude. Because Tyler Tong is as white as can be.
Had a lot of milk growing up.
Yeah, doing just fine on the lactose. So
That's I see where you're going.
it was
That's
pretty
fun.
funny, like thing. So there's a few inside jokes I'll tell real quick. Just like little like things, kind of like on your feet or anything like that, where it's just like you say it once and it kind of catches on. One of them is that remember that video of the guy at the football game, like in the stands? You know the one. No, I'm just kidding. Where the guy's like, "What's better than this, huh? Just guys being dudes."
Yeah, I love that video.
So I said that one time, and we just said it over and over again.
You'll just loved it.
And it's just guys being dudes. There was one time we were playing spike ball on the beach, and this guy that wasn't with us was walking by, and he's like, "Was this like a bachelor party or something?" And it's hard to explain. Like, no, it's just a bunch of dads who listen to a podcast. And so I just go, nah, it's just a bunch of guys being dudes. And that resonated with this guy more than anything. He was like, that is awesome, dude. Good job. Like I could tell, like, we like made him think about something that night. Like, guys being dudes.
He found a metaphor in those turtles later.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
these are turtles being turtles.
Yeah, so guys being dudes was kind of like the rally cry for the week.
If we ever do some kind of like male only, dad only, whatever Ghostrunners thing, that's what we should call it.
Guys being dads. Guys being
dads.
That's the other thing I said. Just guys being dads. Yeah, because it is kind of like people are like, oh, so you guys, wait, you're from South Carolina, you're from Texas, you're from whatever, all these are Minnesota. Like, why are you all here together?
Mm-hmm.
Just guys being dudes.
It's just guy stuff.
So that's one inside joke we had. Another one, I don't even know where this comes from. Scott, if you're listening to this, it comes from Scott growing up. But Scott would always quote this thing where he would just, it's kind of like this Asian accent, but he would just always go, be a man. Have you heard this?
I don't know what that's from.
I don't. And so there were so many times where we're like cliff jumping, like, I don't know, should we do it or not? I was like, hey, just think about it real quick and then just be a man.
I love that.
We said it all the time. Be a man. Come on, it's kind of cold. Be a man.
You're just like the joke creator, kind of. Like
It was awesome,
Like
yeah.
a trendsetter,
Pretty much.
trailblazer.
Guys being dudes, be a man. What were some other ones that we said? One that TJ kept asking me. Anytime I was like, any sort of relaxed, any sort of like low energy, he'd just be like, you fading, dude?
Fading.
You fading, bro? And I was like, yeah, he doesn't fade. I'm not fading. No way. And there was one time I just go, if I'm fading, you're already dead. Like, but he asked me that like probably every day. You fading? I was like, no, I'm fine. So those are kind of like some of the inside jokes. And I'm trying to look at be a man. Oh, another one that TJ couldn't. He like really observed this about me. He's like, you love bringing a drink for the road, don't you? I would always bring because he had a little fridge in his garage. So every time we were walking up, I'd always grab a drink and bring it.
That's just asking for it. That's easy.
Oh, I love having a cold drink in my hand as I'm driving somewhere. He's like, you love drinks for the road? I was like, yeah, I do.
If that's a crime, lock me up.
That's one thing that we learned is like, Brooke had done some moms on Maui before, like hosted some girls coming out. And so she gave a grocery list of things for TJ to buy. And it was classic, like girls versus guys, like trends. She's like, they're going to eat a lot of grapes, get a bunch of grapes. So we went to Costco and bought like 4 big like containers of grapes. And TJ's like, I think we had 3.5 containers left over by the end of the week.
Nobody graped.
And then but like apparently the girls, like TJ or Brooke said she only bought one thing of Spindrift, like a 30 pack from Costco, like 130 can of Spin. Like we drank that within the first day. Like,
Okay.
And so the guys, I bet we had 200 cans worth of it. And we drank so much coffee. Like it was just like guys just drink a lot more liquids than girls apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. So it was so funny though. Like TJ would like put grapes with like a mason jar for the beach and stuff. I'm like, what is it doing?
Mason
It's
jar?
like, I don't know. Brooke told me to do this. I was like, just put them in a Ziploc. But yeah, man.
Mason jar is a little over the top.
It was like, I've seen Brooke do this, and so I'm gonna do it kind of thing.
That's funny. Did you get there like a day early, kind of, to help prep?
Yeah. It was like a nice solid like day and a half basically of like just hanging out with TJ. Yeah, getting things ready, making Rice Krispie treats, all the things. Yeah, we went to Costco. Apparently, the Costco there, according to TJ, is the highest grossing Costco in the world.
Good for them.
Yeah, probably because everything's twice as expensive.
Yeah, just top line. It's just insane.
It was
right?
crazy. Like I went to go get more drinks at like a normal like Safeway grocery store. $12.50 for a 12-pack of Coca-Cola.
Wow.
$12.50.
Yeah.
I bet here it's $7.
Yeah, those
$6.
are like vending machine prices, but in bulk.
Yeah, and that was on sale.
That ain't right.
Crazy. So
No wonder that guy's slept in 4 years.
yeah, he can't get over it. So yeah, I got a lot more written down. I mean, most of them are small little joys, small little fun things.
What kind of coffee do you have in Hawaii?
Dude, that's the thing is we had the best coffee in the world from Main Street Roasters in Napanee, Indiana.
Oh, you did bring Mason Roasters there?
No,
Well,
but
I was like, oh, I wasn't
I wish,
expecting
dude.
that.
I wish, but we had some good coffee there, but it wasn't Main Street Roasters. How about
I
that?
see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, we are once again sponsored by Main Street Roasters. Brad likes Main Street Roasters.
Rachel,
Love it. Love Main Street Roasters.
Love-
I love it. Yeah.
I'm fueled by I'm my algorithm, my sleeping circadian rhythm
There you go.
is off right now,
But-
no problem because I had a quad shot of Main Street Roasters this morning.
Daddy doesn't fade.
Daddy don't fade. Daddy just MSR is a little hard.
Yeah, so get yourself some coffee, whether you're whether you make it at home or you got a Keurig, whatever you want to do, or just get it for a friend, get it for Christmas gifts. Main Street Roasters, the exclusive coffee provider of the Ghostrunners podcast. If you're allergic to coffee, go ahead and still buy some because you can get a metal rod put in your ear and you'll be unallergic in
You'll be
about
fine.
3 weeks.
This is the week right now that we're going to Napanee, Indiana for Main Street Roasters.
Is it really?
Yes. So if you're listening to this and you're within 18 and a half hours driving distance from Napanee, Indiana, you have no excuse for not coming.
Yep.
19 hours, fine, no problem. I understand if you're in.
I think I saw some Canadians are coming.
Yeah, we have like 10 Canadians.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's insane. So come to Main Street Roasters. Go to ghostrunners.live/MSR. Hang out with us. We have over 100 people coming, and it could be 101 if you can. So get your tickets. We're going to have a lot of fun there. So yeah, MainStreetRoasters.com, GRKC.
Fun.
You tell me some things, Jake. I know I've talked about Maui for a while.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Well, Canada just reminded me. Did you see that Facebook post in our Ghostrunners Facebook page about Canada versus America?
And there was some contentious, not contentious, but like some disagreement.
Yeah, I just clicked on it to go look at what other people had said because Nick Martin was like, "Hey, I'm a Canadian. We are so similar to America. Some people get offended by that, but I feel like we're just like the same type of people. I think America's great. I think Canada's great." I was like, "Oh, that's kind of nice." Like a lot of Canadians agreed. Jasmine Martin said a funny comment. I agree that we're similar, but that doesn't stop me from getting offended if someone calls me American.
That's probably the most American thing you could say, though. Because if the roles were reversed, I would be like, no, don't call me Canadian.
Joel Billington commented, he lives in like Quebec or something, I think. He said, respectfully, as a fellow Canadian / American, I don't think that the two countries could be any more different.
There's no way.
I responded. I said, you don't think they could be any more different? Canada and the U.S. are more different than the U.S. and Somalia?
That's what I was going to say. Like, Iraq,
They are more similar than the U.S. and Canada.
yeah, they are. They both love oil. And Canada, they're just all EVs up there.
I also really liked Angela Birdwell. She commented, I really want to visit Banff.
Yeah, that was.
I liked it. I agree.
Yeah.
I also, it seems great.
Lake Victoria sounds nice.
Yeah. Vancouver is a nice city.
In the right places.
Yeah.
Is that the place that has like the
like Skid Row,
needles?
like
Yeah.
the legal needles. Yeah. Anyway, that was kind of fun.
There was
Nice
a
little
guy
discourse.
on the trip from Canada, and he loved pointing out when things were Canadian. Like, oh, you're on a Blackstone, eh? Like, yeah, Blackstone's from Canada.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Great.
Yeah. Jim Carrey. Oh, he's Canadian. Like, all right.
Pretty cool.
Tommy Boy filmed in Canada. It's like, really? Okay, Toronto. Yeah. I did learn that Toronto is essentially like New York.
New York,
City,
yeah.
kind of thing.
I've never been in Toronto. We did a show there, but that was the day of my sister's wedding, so I missed out on the Toronto show.
Priorities.
Thank you.
Have you done any shows in Canada?
No. The whole Canada run, I was at my sister's wedding. I've been to Montreal for a brand deal with the Canadian Football League with Juggle and Josh back in the day.
Is that right?
Yeah. Just like a 2-day trip to Montreal. It's kind of fun. Really French.
I'd love you don't even have to give context, really. Well, maybe just very small context. I just love a list of all the things you've done, all the places you've gone in the last 10 years. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, that's all I have to say. Like Montreal, Canada, Juggle and Josh, Canadian Football League.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't need to know like all the details or like a story behind everything. Like,
Yeah,
if,
just like some buzzwords. I could give you like Oakland A's Stadium, apple pie, 5-hour energy.
Sure.
What in the world?
That's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a fun like pose question from Dads on Maui. I don't know how we got talking about it, but TJ asked everybody, "Who's the most famous person you've ever met?"
Mm.
And we went around. So first of all, I'd like to hear your answers. I did joke about like maybe Trey Kennedy. I'd like to hear your answers first of all. But I also want to have a debate about something because there's one guy that was like, "I'll go last because I think I'm definitely gonna win."
Why would you even say that?
That's great. Yeah. It was like,
known for
Who
4
does
days.
the celebrity need to be for that to be acceptable? Taylor Swift?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It has to be one of those two.
Yeah.
It has to be. Or like Trump, maybe.
turns out he was wrong. He was not the most famous person.
Oh, I love that. All right,
That's
sorry.
perfect.
So we went around. I tried to remember what everyone said, and it was like
I'll go last.
it was like met as in like had a
Obviously.
personal encounter with. It wasn't like I've had a deep conversation, like a whatever. It was just like I've seen this guy.
Face to
I've
face.
said hi. Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
to them. Whatever.
We've conversed.
And so I can't remember my answer. I tried to think. I was like, I feel like I've probably met somebody more famous. But I was like, I saw Howard Stern at a barbecue place in Memphis one time. I think that's the most famous person.
you say Jackson Mahomes in the steam room?
No, I should have.
Yeah, you should have.
Maybe
That is a good
Jackson.
one.
But there was one guy who said somebody.
What if you suggested, all right, let's do it one more time. Most favorite person you met in a steam room. I'll go last.
I will definitely win that. Yeah, somebody said Bob Dylan. Somebody said like
Okay,
some
that's cool.
famous CrossFitter, and we're all like, who? He's like, oh, he's really into CrossFit.
Mr. Ruck.
Yeah, the guy that invented the sack.
Dwayne the Ruck Johnson.
Yeah, the Ruck. You can smell what the Ruck is cooking. So then, TJ said Kevin Durant. I was like, ooh, that's probably
That's
winning
tough
right
to
now.
beat.
And then Lewis. Lewis is so funny, dude.
Lewis hates movies.
Big engineer.
Big engineer.
And classic engineer. Like, you could tell this guy is smarter than the rest of us. Like, every time he like told a story, he gave the model number of whatever. He's like, yeah, so like he flew helicopters in the Army. I flew a helicopter on the A790.
Learjet 6780.
And of course I'm like, I don't know what that. And then he's like, espresso machines. We got really into espresso machines. We have the Breville 680. And I'm like, I don't know.
What color is it?
Yeah.
Shiny?
Is it the one that grinds or not? Doesn't grind. I don't know.
Clanky?
But he goes, so he was in the Army. So one guy said,
Saddam.
one guy said he ran into LeBron James in at Cedar Point in Ohio at the amusement park.
Whoa.
I was like, you're winning right now. And then this guy
Did
goes,
he talk to him?
he
Like saw him.
He did. He literally ran into him apparently.
Cool.
Like literally like accidentally
charge.
bumped into LeBron James, looked up at this guy. And this other Lewis, who, like I said, funny, hilarious dude, in his own right. Like he's like, well, when I was in the Army, I kind of met Barack Obama.
Okay.
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, oh, what do you mean kind of met? He's like I shook his hand twice. I was like, Lewis, what? That's exactly meeting
That's
somebody.
better than bump into it
Yes.
at the park.
He's like, does that count if I like just shook his hand and said like, nice to meet you?
We're like, none of us shook the people's hands we chose.
Yeah, I just saw Howard Stern eating pulled pork from across the room. Like, yeah, that counts, man. And so then the last guy that was like, I'm gonna win. He was like, it was Jay Leno. I don't know, like
Hey, Leno.
famous for sure, but
Yeah.
not like undeniably the whatever. And so So then the
Jay Leno.
so first part of the question now I'd like to hear is your answer to who's the most famous person you met. Second part is we had a discussion debate whenever who's more famous, Obama or LeBron.
You
Or
got to
Jay
go
Leno.
president.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, really?
First thoughts. You got to go
I
president.
want to hear your answer to both.
I don't know. I need to think about it. All right, most famous person I've ever met. It's also hard to dictate fame a little bit, I guess. Jennifer Lopez is probably the most A-list person as far as like international fame. Like
Yep.
every Spanish-speaking country loves her.
Okay.
America loves her. Do they
I
buy
don't
people
know.
like pizza?
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez, I had a full-on conversation with. I feel like that's pretty A-list.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have someone that tops that.
Maybe Trey.
And then Trey, John Christ, Jared Myers,
Yep.
and then TJ.
TJ's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you, Rachel?
I don't think
Or anyone
I've
else
met
that I've
anyone
met?
famous. You, I don't know. Pamela Anderson.
Pamela
Oh,
Anderson's
yeah, I
pretty
did
big.
meet Pam Anderson.
Who's
She
bigger?
kissed me.
Who's bigger?
Bigger.
Well, who's more popular?
Jeez.
Who's more popular?
Who could rock more?
Yeah.
Probably Jennifer Lopez now.
Yeah, she's
All time. Yeah, or I don't know.
right.
Yeah,
Jennifer
maybe not.
Lopez, actor and performer. I mean, she did a Super Bowl recently. That's
True.
pretty solid.
True.
Yeah, I forgot about Pam Anderson. What was I just gonna say? I forgot. I don't know what I was just gonna say. What did you say, Rachel?
I've never met anyone famous.
There's you,
Oh,
You
I know what it was.
This guy was famous to me when I met him. The Penn State head volleyball coach. And I was walking around the Penn State campus when they were really good.
what's his name?
Russ Rose.
Russ
And I took a picture
Rose.
of them and it was a profile picture.
Wow,
time
you were
ago.
fired up to
It
meet
was-
Coach Rose.
It was. We just went
Do you
to
know
the
what
Penn
this guy
State
looks
campus
like?
because I was obsessed with them.
Do you know what
He
this
was sitting
legend
outside
looks
and
like, Jen?
smoking.
Here's old Russ. He was smoking.
Yes.
Boy, that legend.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
a guy.
Russ.
So you loved him.
Yeah, it's like when they were winning all the national championships.
I had
And
no
my
idea.
uncle lives near there, so we were like, let's do it in Penn State campus. See
And
the
then you
volleyball
saw
game.
him.
And he was outside smoking, so I had to take a picture.
Oh, so he wasn't even like you were on like a tour.
He was doing me.
No, I was like 12 or 11.
That's awesome.
And-
That is awesome.
I mean, it was amazing.
I remember I loved Dead Cat for Cutie back in the day, and they stayed at the same hotel as me in Chicago one time, and I freaked out.
Saw him
I was like,
smoking.
no way.
Rachel, I can think of someone I introduced you to that's pretty famous. And that same night, I'll just tell you, this is a tough guessing game. Dan and Shay.
Oh.
And then
yeah.
who else did we see in that?
Come on, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby Witt.
Yeah.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay, yeah. There'd be Shay then.
Yeah.
Or
Or Bobby.
you met the Dude Perfect guys.
There you go. Dude, perfect, guys. Hey, if you're 18 and under,
They're
big
big
time.
time.
It's bigger than Obama. Or maybe Jay Leno, for 18 and under.
You met some people. That's why I was curious what your answer would be. But Jennifer Lopez is bigger than Dude Perfect.
I think so. Like
Right.
even like Logan Paul, it's like that's not even close to Jennifer Lopez.
That's right. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. Like, because that's the thing. You have to weigh not only like America, but not even only our
Ages.
demographic. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
do your parents know what Logan Paul looks like?
No.
No. Do they know what Jennifer Lopez looks like? Yes.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, Barack Obama or LeBron James.
Who is more famous?
I think LeBron.
Really?
I do. Because, well, he's got a brand. Right? Doesn't he?
Okay.
And
Oh, you mean
He's like LeBron shoes.
he's like the best at something.
Mm-hmm.
Obama was just there for 8
Debatable.
years.
Tied longest. Actually, no, not even. Never mind. That wouldn't make sense.
I think
Like kids in, let's say, a European company. Geez.
European company, Volkswagen.
Yes.
Kids in Volkswagen.
Kids in
it's the
Volkswagen.
Volkswagens.
If you show them a picture of Obama, would they know it's Obama? If you show them a picture of LeBron, would they know
I don't
it's LeBron?
know.
I don't know.
Maybe that's American arrogance, but I'm like, I think everyone knows who the American president is.
I kind
But
of think
from-
so too.
A while
First,
ago?
let me just say, I was on Team LeBron for this, so I'm
Thank you.
with you. But then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't know how big basketball is. But then again, basketball is huge in China. China's like half the world,
A lot of folks.
so I don't know. But then again, I bet all the same guys probably, if they know LeBron James, they know Barack Obama.
I think like 1.5 billion people live in India. It's like that's really a lot of the world too. I think it all comes down to India.
India's the swing
It's
vote.
the swing vote. Do
Yeah.
we think people in India know Obama more or LeBron James more? If you live in India right now, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Comment below. India's the swing vote.
AI saying Obama.
Okay.
AI say from the perspective of an Indian woman.
AI is always right too.
Yeah.
Did you see that Snapchat
All right,
of me?
I'll ask it.
Snapchat AI or something like that that said, Ghostrunners is by Jake Triplet, and I will find that.
Like Brad Wissington or something like you just gave
Here it
your
is.
new last name.
Ghostrunners podcast is hosted by two funny guys, Jake Triplet and Brady Martinkovich. They share hilarious stories, life experience, and great banner together.
Hilarious stories.
Their stories are hilarious.
The Instagram, this is not the metric, I don't think, but Instagram, I think Barack Obama has like 40 million followers. LeBron has like 130 million followers.
40 million. That's more than I would have thought for.
But then TJ's like, well, if that's the metric, then Selena Gomez is more famous than both of them.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which I think
Maybe.
maybe Ronaldo is.
Yeah.
Who's the most famous person in the world, do you think?
Taylor Swift.
You think?
Yeah.
More than Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Or Trump?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trump.
That's
might
a
be-
good three-headed monster right there. Who is more well known?
Or Messi? Probably Ronaldo. Ronaldo's got like that. He's hotter.
Ronaldo, Trump, or Taylor Swift? He comes back to India.
You think so? Which India would probably know Ronaldo more.
Yeah,
right?
probably
He probably
they-
plays soccer there, right?
Yeah, I think there's probably like if you think of like the really lower class parts of Africa, not like the kind of somewhat westernized parts, but like the dirt roads, dirt houses. They probably know Ronaldo. They probably don't know Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But it
They
all
might know
goes
the
back to
president.
India.
Oh, rats. Who's the most famous person in the world? Number 1, Ronaldo. Number 2, Obama.
Oh, really? Okay.
What?
Then Messi. Then Elon Musk.
Oh, he's African.
Then Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The Ruck.
Ian said that the other day. He's like, what about The Rock? Right? No.
I don't get that.
I guess people know him. He's a movie star. So people
Yeah.
watch movies
Yeah,
everywhere
that's
in their
a good
own language. Who knows, man?
Fun debate.
Yes, it was.
I know I screenshotted a review of the week somewhere in my phone. I can't find it. iOS 18 Photos app. My goodness, can't find a darn thing these days.
Is that bad? It's that bad.
That's all I have to say about that. Yeah, don't download it.
That was another inside joke. Is I kept calling TJ a gadget guy.
Gadget guy.
I'm like, you're such a gadget guy because he has his own plug-in ice maker. He's got like a massage, like foot massager. I was like, you're such a gadget guy. He's like,
Yes,
"Nah."
having a massage thing is for sure a gadget.
He had a multiple. He had a foot
Oh.
massager. He had like one of those ones you put on your shoulders.
Oh wow.
Has a squatty potty at every toilet. I'm like, that's a gadget guy thing to do. It's like things you don't need,
sure.
but are like kind of nice to have.
For sure.
He doesn't have a bidet, but everything else. He was kind of offended by it. I was like, I'm not a gadget guy. And I'm like, hey, you are.
I am not.
And then he made fun of my iPad for having a button, like a home button on it. And I was like, you're a gadget guys would say stuff like that. They kept calling my iPhone and iPod Touch. I was like, all right, that's a gadget guy thing to do.
Like only 2 cameras on the back? Oh.
Yeah, like does AirPlay or what's it called? AirDrop even work on iPod Touch? I was like, yeah. All right, you got a review?
Yeah, we had a lot of them. We haven't recorded in forever. In the spirit of Africa, this review, 5 stars, says, I don't want to make any assumptions, but I think I'm your only listener in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, possibly in all of Africa. So that's why you won't be seeing me at any of your events. You guys are fun and all, but international plane tickets are expensive. Anyway, you guys are probably so much joy in my life when things get tough living overseas. You guys bring me so much joy. Thanks for doing all you do. I appreciate it all. Says he's originally from Utah. So, pretty cool.
Cool.
The
This is
Congo.
Ghosty 18. It's a long one, but it's a sweet one. So, the best. 5 stars. This podcast is the best. I started listening a year ago, and I love it. The podcast is like The Office. You can listen back several times, and it never gets old and still makes you laugh. I'm going back through all the episodes for the second time while staying caught up. I work in a ranch, and you guys keep me company while I'm fixing fences, taking care of the horses, or even riding.
Any?
Sometimes I'll get through 3 or 4 episodes a day. No time for actual reasons for my review. I feel like I have to give credit for you guys for influencing my sense of humor. I find myself using the same jokes you guys do on the podcast. Here are some examples.
Fun.
Saying, not really, or kind of, when someone asks a question with a yes or no answer. Like, have you seen this movie? Kind of. I started doing this around my family, and they laugh every time. Back in 2020, I think, Jake sent this DM to a girl. Probably an ugly girl. That's really nice of you to offer, but it's not about the recognition. You can name the children's hospital after someone else. Please, I insist. If anything, name it after one of the 15 kids I saved from the wreckage. I don't remember this.
And then you follow up. You say, oh my gosh,
Oh yeah.
That was not meant for you. That was not supposed to go. I'm so embarrassed.
Oh yeah.
That was supposed to go to the. Oh, you address it, dear mayor.
Oh yeah.
At the top. Yeah.
That was the same time where maybe you said, I don't technically have a foot fetish. Is that what it was? But then you said that, and then you were going to say another one.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, old podcast story. Yeah, that was embarrassing. That was too bad.
Here's another example. Yelling, "Hey, Mom," like Brad does, and also calling people Big Daddy. Also, back in 2020, Jake started an episode with... Anyways, all I have to say, long story short, there's a reason we domesticate dogs now. And then you guys went in the opening jingle. I also thought that was funny, and now when there's a silence, I'll say that or something like that. Again, it always gets a laugh.
That's great.
Last paragraph here says, "My family always asks where I get all this stuff from, and I always say it's from this podcast and give you guys credit. I try and get people to listen because I know they'll enjoy it as much as I do. This podcast is seriously the best and the only one I listen to. Anyway, sorry for the long review. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the best. Thanks, Ghosty18.
That's great.
Sweet one.
That's encouraging to hear that you find us funny. I'm not even being that sarcastic. That's just nice. I don't care how many times we hear it. It's good to know that you're resonating with the humor.
Right.
We're trying to be funny.
Totally. Yeah.
So that's good. I'm glad you like it.
Somebody this week, I feel like by the end of the week, somebody joked like, "Oh, Brad, you have a podcast?" Like, because I think I was talking about it so much.
Right.
I don't know. Because some of the guys like knew the podcast. So anyway, but one of the guys asked like, "What's the best thing we can do to help you? Like, how can we help you like on the podcast?" And I was like, "Just tell your friends." Like,
Yeah, spread the word.
please, like that's the easiest way to grow this thing is to just tell your friends. So if you want to help, that's the way to help. So thank you to Ghosty18 for doing that.
Tell your friends. Brad, no pressure. Would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
I would, Jim.
Wow.
Let me send you this link real quick.
Cool.
This one's coming from, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'm sorry. Tammy Brittle?
Oh, yeah.
Branson gal.
Yeah.
Came to Branson. So she wrote a song about Branson. And so listen to this song and tell me if it makes you want to go to Napanee. To Branson. Or just come to Napanee.
Well done, Brad. Well done, Tammy.
I was waiting for Rachel to sing along. But...
Jake wasn't showing me the lyrics.
She's bobbing over there.
She was, she's Bob.
Good stuff. She's rocking. Good stuff. All right. Thanks for listening. Sorry that Timon has pneumonia.
Plenty more to talk about in the Wednesday episode. I can't wait to hear about Las Vegas.
Yeah, I got to talk Vegas. Bummed that Timon will be here to help rehash it, but yeah, I'll tell you guys all about Vegas on Wednesday.
Impromptu s'mores.
Impromptu s'mores.
All right,
Rachel.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, for listening. As always, we love you. Always appreciate all your support. Come Napanee. It's not too late.
Come at me.
It's not going to be too late unless you're listening to this after October 26th, and then it's too late.
You missed it.
So don't miss it.
Come at me.
Come Napanee. Come Napanee. All right? Okay.
Ghostrunners Podcast.